So, Boykes, they say not to say anything ill of the dead,
Uh-huh.
which we're lucky because Norm MacDonald's still alive. Welcome to Rough Cuts,
Shut the fuck up, Norm.
everyone.
Dogs, they're coming. They're coming your way. They'll be here soon.
Your grandpa's sending you a dog.
A dog.
His name is Fang. He's been around a long time, I guess.
What do you need?
Strawberry jelly?
How can you talk?
Hello? Vampire dog?
Why did Grandpa send you to me?
To be my caretaker. But I have to tell you, I am not that easy to take care of sometimes.
Okay.
So, alright, this is Rough Cuts. We watch good boys and bad movies. That's right, bad dog movies. This week we did Vampire Dog. And I'm Ilion. This is my co-host, Boykes.
Hello.
And we watched a movie, ostensibly.
I mean, movie's generous.
It was a movie.
Did it have
had-
a plot? Was there an arc? Did people
there was.
grow?
There was a plot. There were actual multiple plots. Only one of them mattered, and you could have cut about 50% of this film and then just like reworked the rest of it to be, I don't know, a movie.
This
Like
feels like a
something that worked.
30-minute anti-bullying after-school special
Yes.
that they
They
stretched to
extended
90.
with- Yeah, which they extended with bad Norm MacDonald improv.
You say improv, but
Realistic.
It was-
Okay, as you said though, that's really not what we should be talking about. This isn't really about Norm MacDonald's improv. This is really about Ron Pederson's improv.
yes, I agree.
Because Ronald Pederson, Canadian actor, Mad TV alum, sucks so much shit in this.
Clay Aiken impersonator, Rick Astley impersonator. This guy.
When we got into this, because we're like, okay, can we see if Norm MacDonald is a worse Chevy Chase than Chevy Chase for a talking dog movie? And then it turned out the story was Norm MacDonald is entirely forgettable and doesn't do anything interesting at all. Like, the dog is super unimportant in this in so many ways. But Ronald Pederson, he stands out in every scene he's in. Boy, he sure makes every scene he's in something special.
Aren't you gonna say something?
Oh, wow. I feel younger already.
Oh.
Actually, it's kind of burning.
Oh, it's already working.
No. Burning.
Oh, of course it's working.
It burns! It burns!
Okay.
What?
Don't
Why
mix with
are we
water,
in-
it's unstable.
He makes his presence known in ways that should be forbidden.
Yes. Correct.
It
Yes,
has
yes.
been written in the text that you should not do this, but he is here doing forbidden arts for our, I don't want to say entertainment, because I was not entertained.
Ronald Pederson is an art criminal. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just
arrest
I'm
this
just gonna say
man
it.
for crimes against art, please.
Because there's people that, like, we've often lauded people even in B movies for chewing scenery, right? In the right ways. You know what I mean? Like, they come in and they overact, but they do it in a way that's just like a little bit of a nod and a wink to the screen, and it's kind of funny or endearing in some ways. Like, there's something about it that's got some charm to it. it's kind of like he tried that, but he's a black hole of charisma.
I get the feeling that he's both annoying in person and also insufferable to be around.
I hate to say this because I don't know who he is in real life.
No, but I get that
almost
feeling.
feel bad, but yes, entirely. God, Ronald Pederson, if you're listening to this, I hope you're not an asshole. But if you are an asshole, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck you,
Fuck you, Ronald Pederson. You in particular.
You specifically ruined my day.
He did.
Well,
Vampire Dog was a very solid, 2 out of 10 movie that he made into a -2 out of 10 on his own. On his own, it is.
How do you outplay Norm MacDonald for worst part? That doesn't make sense.
And he does it easily. It's not close.
It's not even in the ballpark.
Norm MacDonald
holy
is
shit.
this guy has far less charisma, I think, than anybody that we've seen in a movie, right? This is the worst character I've ever seen. Not the worst written, just the worst acted. In that every scene that he comes into, it's like he chews scenery, but he does it in all of the wrong ways. I don't know exactly how to explain it.
It's like if you imagine Bulk and Skull from Power Rangers, but instead of doing the zany antics that they do, they just cluck like a chicken and sit on some eggs.
Can we help you?
Oh my god. I'm dying. Wix. This is ego death. I hope this man never works again.
Oh yeah, let's do it multiple times. Get multiple shots, and we'll pick the best one. Just throw them all in.
Yes.
That's their comedy. That's it.
He's like a worse French Stewart. I just realized that's what it is.
Oh!
He's a worse French Stewart. There you go.
You're not wrong. But I hate that.
No, his only thing is that he's weird. Look at me, I'm weird. But it's there's nothing funny or endearing about it. It's kind of slapstick.
This isn't even
sometimes,
about the movie
sometimes
anymore.
not.
Let's just keep fucking roasting this guy.
I just want to roast Ronald Pederson for an hour. He ruined. I had to sit there and listen to Ronald Pederson for an hour and a half. He needs to sit here and take the fucking punishment for it.
This fucking guy takes you on a date to an improv show and then acts like a fucking intellectual afterwards.
Oh, God.
This fucking guy listens to Carrot Top and aspires to that level of fucking entertainment.
Oh man, I wish I was as good as Carrot Top.
This fucking guy thinks Wonder Bread is amazing.
God, he finally kind of looks a little Carrot Top-ish. Fuck. I just...
Fuck the movie.
Yeah.
Just roast this guy.
The humor is things like... the way that he acts to be humorous, quote unquote, and be a zany character, is they're walking through a hall, and they're not meant to be sneaking, they're just walking. They're just walking through a hall, and he'll sneak like a T-Rex, and nobody will acknowledge it, and he just does it for 10 seconds.
There's
and
no
then
reason.
That's the scene. And that's the scene. That's just how he acts. And it's
baffling.
Yes. It would be bad if somebody turned and was like, why are you sneaking? And he's like, oh, well, I thought we were supposed to be, this is a stealth mission. Do you know what I mean? If they tried to make a joke out of it, even if it was a bad joke.
Yeah.
Even if it was a bad joke, it would at least make sense. But the way that it is, it's just nonsensical, and it just screams look at me, I want attention. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of scenes in this that feel like they're improv, especially with him and the doctor, he's the henchman and she's the villainess. And it feels like improv, but I mean, I've been to a lot of community improv, and I feel like somebody would have stopped them. I feel like there would have been an intervention.
This fucking guy takes you on a date and then mansplains about your profession.
Mm-hmm.
This guy... He orders a water at the table and claims it's from the Alpines. Fucking guy.
Well, well, well.
There is something about everything that he does in this that just feels like I just want to shove him down a flight of stairs.
This nerd needs a wedgie. That's what this
yes,
this guy.
I just want to trip him as he walks down the hall or something. Like everything about him says that he just wants to be abused. Like he just screams out for bullying. And for a show that's meant to be an after-school special about why not to bully, it's a really bad thing to have him in here because he's the most bullyable person on the planet.
Oh,
we've done 10 minutes of just bullying Ronald Pederson now. I didn't want to mention that. And it's all deserved. And it's way more interesting than anything he does in the movie.
I could keep going. I'm just saying.
I could keep every scene with this man. It's a chore. It's a chore having him in this film. And it's not like I would love to blame the script or the direction, but so much of it is just him. Like, I could imagine other actors doing his role and doing a good job of it and making it interesting. Like, the Doctor and him, it's a very, very stupid movie. Like, let's get that out of the way. This movie is garbage. Like, really awful. But you could have had, like, an underdog Peter Dinklage and Patrick Warburton style couple of characters that could choose scenes, and that would have been somewhat interesting. You could have had something like that in as those two characters because that's what they're going. But they just it's like he's doing it's all improv. It's all improv. It's all improv. So like I can't blame the script, but like it's so bad. It's so uninteresting and awful. There's no jokes. It's the best jokes that he gets are weird slapstick, but none of them make sense. Like, it's all him. Like, he tries to break into a door, and then he's like, oh, well, I mean, it's locked. I guess we gotta leave. And she's like, use your lockpicks. And he goes, oh, yeah. And then just turns the door and starts unlocking it. And that's the jokes. Like, that's the scene. I love that they make it so that they aren't a threat in any way. That really makes it even more interesting.
It's closed.
What do you mean it's closed?
You want to get some Chinese food?
No, what is it with you and Chinese? I told you, I'm on the Atkins.
You are? I've been meaning to tell you. You look great.
Oh, Frank, give it up.
Have you been lifting weights
I'm cutting out the buns.
Cutting out the buns. That's how you do it. Brad'll do it every time.
What are you doing? Use your lock thingy.
Sorry, this is taking a little bit longer to...
I don't think that's how those types of doors work.
Here we go.
No.
There's not a lock like that.
No. It's
this
so
fucking
flat.
guy, you ask him what his favorite video game is, and he'll say Final Fantasy 3. No, not the American one, that's Final Fantasy 6. I mean the Japanese only release, which was never released in the US, and that's actually Final Fantasy 3, because Final Fantasy 6 is numbered wrong.
Fuck,
this
that's
fucking
so
guy.
specific and that actually works. That's totally what this dude would be like.
This fucking guy.
I hate that. That's accurate to how he's. Yes, yeah.
We're not even talking about his character anymore. Fuck this guy.
So, Vampire Dog. It's about a dog who's a monster. It has Norm MacDonald inside of it. And it's a vampire too.
There's a vampire dog, technically, in name, and everything that you can think of that constitutes what a vampire is antithesis to what this dog does. It has nothing to do with vampires at all.
Correct. This dog, there are scenes, there are moments in this movie where this dog will sit there and go, well, but I can't go out in sunlight, you see, because I am a vampire. I have to stay in the shade or go out at night. Immediate hard cut to the dog running through a sunny field as it's playing fetch in the park.
Yeah.
It had like a long monologue about how it's so sad that it can't play fetch in the park anymore because it's a vampire dog and it has to stay in the shade. hard cut to it playing with a stick in the park in the sun. And not a flashback, just,
It tries to set up the fact that vampire logic exists and then immediately ignores it constantly.
Yes.
To the point
Yeah.
where I question why it's even a vampire dog. There's no reason for it to be a vampire dog. It doesn't do any vampire things.
I will go one step further on that, Boix.
Yeah.
If you chopped out the entire plot line of dog in this movie, vampire or not, this movie changes not at all.
Yes, the dog was not relevant to our main character growing in any way, and it also did not affect the plot in any way.
Correct.
It was just a character that happened to be there.
Yeah, it was less than a side character. It had less importance to the plot than any of the school bully side characters.
Yes.
Like, it's stunning how little this dog has to do with the plot for how much screen time it has. Like, we would say, oh, well, this is like a bait and switch, it's not about a vampire dog, except that it is. Like, the majority of this movie is this vampire dog. It just doesn't go anywhere or mean anything. It's just there because you have a dog that's a vampire. There's no plot reason or anything for it to happen.
They could have just put another dog on the cover and called it Vampire Dog, put it upside down, and then sell it as some shovelware garbage to kids. But they went a step further and put that cover dog in the movie to also trick you into thinking that it was relevant. They could have just put it on the cover, but they went the extra mile to make you waste your time.
Yes. So, like, the plot of this film is that there is a kid who goes to a new school. School is going to get shut down, so they have to have a battle of the bands to save the school. This is very dumb, but just go with me. Battle of the bands will save the school because then it'll be called a charter school for music, and that's
they'll get funding,
and they'll get funding, and that's the point of it. In the meantime, the kid's getting bullied at school, so even though he's an amazing drummer and could save the school, he can't because he's being bullied by all these kids. That's the plot. What the fuck does the dog have to do with this?
Well, you see, his grandpa died at the ripe old age of 96 while looking exactly like he's 52. And he had to mail his vampire dog to his grandson to carry on the lineage of people who take care of this dog.
Yeah. Everything about that plot line feels so inserted into an entirely different movie.
Yeah, because this is a documentary series about how Trey Barker got bullied as a kid.
Yes.
Right? And, I mean, that's just known facts. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Trey Barker famously bullied.
Is it Trey Barker or is it Bono when he gets the dog makeover later in Is he just Bono?
Oh my god, it could be Bono. That's true. That's true.
See, okay, so we should go into what the movie does and why it just how little this matters and what we're talking about. So the movie starts, the kid obviously is going to a new school, mom is there, and she's also the teacher of the music program. God, she's irrelevant too. I forgot about that. And everyone's so irrelevant.
Yeah.
You could, like you said, you could condense this to like the 30, you said 30-minute after school special, but we're talking like 30 minutes, not including commercials, or including commercials.
I said
like,
Trey Barker. I just
minutes.
realized I meant Travis Barker.
I was like, you've been saying Trey, but I just...
Trey Parker is the South Park guy.
Yes.
Fucking Christ.
Yes.
I'm a dumbass.
Anyway. So, they move to a new school. He goes and meets this girl at school who's obviously into him, but she's the second worst person in this movie behind Ronald Pederson. And she's like, oh, I really like you, and I'm very nerdy. But then she's in with the cool kids, so she just bullies the shit out of him. And so she constantly, like, gaslights this poor kid as she goes over and is like, no, I'm your friend, I want to hang out, you're really cool. And then the minute her friends come around, she's like, get out of my way, nerd! And fucking picks on him like everybody else. And
she sucks.
Yeah, it's really bad. It does no redemption of her at all in this movie.
Mm-mm.
Like, she just stays miserable for the whole movie. And they just... Eventually she turns around and she's like, oh, I've decided that I actually am going to be nice to you and stop hanging out with my cool friends. And that's her redemption arc. That's all she needed to do. She didn't need to say sorry for any of the things that she's done, or like, no, nothing like that. She just had to decide to stop hanging out with those kids. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess her redemption arc was that she's gonna find someone else to bully.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
We can both be cool kids now. Oh god, I am gonna have words about the way that this does an anti-bullying message. So he at the same time gets mailed the dog, the vampire dog.
Mm-hmm.
His great-grandfather was somebody that killed Vlad the Impaler, and now the dog took the bite from Vlad the Impaler that was meant for his great-grandfather.
We need to set this up a little bit. So, do we need to set this up a little bit? You know what?
No.
Fuck it.
No, this movie doesn't set it up.
The
Why
dog jumped in front of the bullet that was Vlad the Impaler's teeth.
Yes.
I guess.
Until the dog became the vampire instead of the man. Yeah, it's that fucking dumb.
Fucking dumb as
that
shit.
Stupid. So then they promised that they would take care of the dog forever, and now, like, that's his job, so he has to look after Norm MacDonald. And Norm MacDonald warns the child, but I'm not so easy to take care of. And I mean,
I can't believe they had so many scenes of Norm MacDonald on all fours with a collar, sitting in front of this kid's, bed.
God, if they quickly this, it would be so much better. There's only one Gary Busey, my friend. There's only one person. There's only one Buse that will be able to do that. There's only one guy that can pull it off.
When dogs have to go, they go quick. And I hurt my knee, lifting my leg to pee. It's not easy being a dog.
All I'm saying is there's
shit.
a Quigley 2, and the fucking director keeps liking my tweets on Twitter, so I'm looking forward to that. Eventually.
Oh, man.
That production team really likes my Twitter account. I don't know why or what I did to curse myself in this way, but here we are.
Yeah. So, anyway, in the same time, he has to look after this dog, and the dog loves red jelly, which had a setup scene, which I actually have to talk about for a real quick second here. We open on the movie with old woman in Transylvania. Well, not old, but she's kind of dressed like a babushka. Like, she looks like she's supposed to be an old Russian grandmother, but
she looks like she keeps
25.
all of her knitting and sewing equipment inside of an old cookie tin. Yeah.
Yes, but she's 25. It's super miscast. And so then she pours out the traditional Russian drink of gravy into a couple of glasses and sets out the traditional Russian meal of red cherry jelly, because they couldn't get the rights to say Jell-O, onto the table. And the dog comes in and eats all the Jell-O in a super fast way and then leaves. What is she pouring?
That's a good question.
What?
Jell-O? It looks like Jell-O.
That's really gross. Yeah, that's Jell-O. Okay, I get that's Jell-O, but is she having, like, Jell-O and coffee?
Yes? You don't pour Jell-O into your coffee?
Yeah, it doesn't drink blood, it drinks Jell-O.
Okay, so when you think vampires, so vampires are supernatural beings, right? That means they have some sort of superpowers. What do you think of vampire powers? What do vampires do?
Vampires are super strong, can transform into bats, mist, and they can't cross water, allergic to garlic, sunlight, can't see across.
Seduction, in a way.
Hypnotism. Yeah.
Okay.
Which they do get into the hypnotism, at least.
Yeah, the two things this dog does is hypnotize and become the Flash, specifically at moments when he wants to eat Jell-O.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they got. That's as far as they got.
Yeah.
There's no bat. If the dog turned into a bat, I mean, I'd be down for that.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Or like a mist and go under the door or something. Like, something cool. This dog doesn't do anything fucking cool.
No. No, not at all. I mean, it's Norm MacDonald. You can't expect anything cool out of Norm MacDonald.
I don't think it's
But-
possible to make Norm MacDonald cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so the dog has to eat red cherry jelly, which luckily every single person in this movie has red cherry jelly, and they leave it out of their fridges in the middle of the night on their counters, like you do. You know how, like, the traditional thing that you do in America, which is at night you make a big batch of red cherry jelly and then you leave it out on the counter and go to bed, right?
Yeah, everybody does that. It's so that the horrible Sasquatch monster doesn't break into your house and kill everybody. It only breaks into your house and eats the jello.
Yeah.
It's a precautionary measure.
But little did they know it was actually a vampire dog the whole time and not a horrible Sasquatch monster. Because it
Yeah.
runs around and it breaks into buildings like I'm being serious here in that it breaks into people's houses in this movie over and over again, and they just always have a big like bowl, like a massive mixing bowl full of red cherry jelly. Everyone does. Everyone does it in this movie. Why does every house have that? Anyway, so he's got to take care of this dog. So much of this movie I zoned out on. It kind of goes.
I think there were multiple times in this film where we're both just spinning in our chair, head back on the headrest, being like, "Oh God, fucking end the scene, get on with it."
Yeah. I do remember though the early setup to him bullying actually kind of rules, and just how bad it is in a lot of ways, and how inaccurate. Like, I have to. There's so much to talk about with this film. I'll do this scene and then I have something else to say. But he sits down and it's the first day of class, so he makes it in. The girl that he supposedly likes, lets them into the school because they lock the doors the minute the bell rings and lock everyone else. So if you're late, fuck you.
Yep.
He walks into music class with his mom, who is also the teacher, and the principal, who is teaching the class. Do you want to tell about the principal? You can do this part of the scene.
Oh, the principal kind of.
You like the principal.
Well, he rules because he just doesn't fucking care, which is great. So he's in the music class with the, baton or whatever. And he's like, all right, yeah, whatever, fucking who cares? You guys suck anyway. Fuck all these students, they're awful. This is great. They're so terrible. And then
he says that out loud.
No, he tells them directly they're fucking awful. Okay, as someone who started in band in 5th grade, this is in fact how his classes sound.
Yes, it is also exactly how a teacher does things.
Yep.
Also, what is there another teacher in here for?
Terrible.
Listen, Principal Hickman might have been exaggerating when he said you were terrible.
Oh, okay.
I hear real potential in this class.
Might have been exaggerating when he said you were terrible.
Only one.
But he wasn't, because you're fucking awful.
By the way,
he just did that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes like, wow, you guys really suck shit. You guys are gonna lose everything. God, you suck ass. Like, he just goes on.
And then the new teacher, which is our main character's mom, who only speaks in monotone and has absolutely no intonation and cannot read lines, walks in and is like, no, kids, the principal didn't mean it when he said you were terrible. And then he speaks up, oh yeah, you guys suck.
Yeah, no, I meant it. You guys are absolute ass. God, I hate all of you kids.
Fuck you. Jeez. Like, okay, man.
Yeah. So as he's sitting there, the principal's like, oh, do you play an instrument? Like, little Johnny, I don't know. What's our main character's name? I don't know.
He's forgettable. Who fucking cares?
Anyway, okay, so our main charter kid...
Ace. His name is Ace.
Oh, you're right. It is Ace. Okay. So Ace... God, I thought that was like a nickname. He's like, oh, what do you play, Ace? And he's like, oh, I do drums. So, all right, go and play drums. Kid sits down and start playing drums. Quite good, I might add. But then, like, the chair tips, he falls over, and the drumstick flies out of his hand, and fucking boom! Nails the principal in the nuts.
Right in the balls!
Right in the balls. For this child is bullied.
Yeah, they even... No, it was in the balls, but then they did, like, a replay, and they slowed it down and showed it...
Yeah.
Like, God, they just...
Yes. For this child is bullied. Boix, you were a child at one point, I'd have to imagine.
Well,
you went to school.
I was born at a very young age.
Okay. If you had managed to absolutely nail your principal in the balls with a high-speed drumstick,
yeah,
what would have happened to you?
I'd have been the coolest kid that day.
You'd have been carried around on a palanquin.
Yeah, fucking
because everyone would have fucking loved you. You were the guy that got away with nailing your principal in the fucking nuts in the middle of class and like just destroying this man's life. No. He's instead bullied. This is the worst moment of his life, and everybody thinks that he's a loser. And what's great is the kid that was the original drummer is Ninja. He's just Ninja.
No, he's literally Ninja. No, they didn't even get a kid. They just hired Ninja.
They just hired Ninja. It's Ninja at...
It's
God, in 2012,
Ninja.
He might have been that age.
Not only can that kid not drum, he also can't make a sandwich, like fucking Ninja.
Jesus Christ. And all the... Okay,
this podcast isn't even about a movie. We're just roasting people. Who else you got? I'll keep roasting.
Everyone in this movie deserves to be roasted. All of... The person that wrote this, as much as we... don't like Ronald Pederson. Close second is the writer for this movie.
Writer sucks. This writer wrote this like it was a fucking 70s high school.
Oh god, but like
with a bunch of
it's done
children.
as like a 70s high school, except that the kids are like using slang and stuff from what they heard, like what this writer heard as a 50-year-old online and heard that the kids talk like this now. Like at one point they're like, oh, like, yeah, like get the Phoebes on them. And it's like, what the fuck are they talking about? And they're all dressed as like, they look like Disney Channel kids. Like they're all dressed in like multiple layers, as in like, for example, like the kid that looks like Ninja wears like a really, like a tie-dye shirt and then like a plaid shirt over top of it, unbuttoned, and like a cool hat and stuff. Like that's what they imagine children dress like on a regular basis, right? Because kids in school, you know what they dress in? They dress in jeans and a fucking t-shirt. That's what they fucking dress in. They don't get dressed up like they're a fucking boy band. Like every person in this, that's what they look like. They all look like they're about to do like a high school musical routine. Like
they both think that Space Ace is an insult and also not a 70s term. And they think that cool clothing is looking like I guess a Boondock Saint guy, or
we'll get
or
to
like
that.
a Slavic squatter.
They eventually dress our main character. He gets a makeover to look like the lead singer for the Dropkick Murphys. That's what it is.
Yes.
He looks like an Irish folk musician or something.
It doesn't
like
make sense.
Band. It's he like with the cap and everything. Like he has like a newsboy cap and all this shit. It just
okay.
I know we both listen. I know we both wear newsboy caps. But we're not children. I didn't say that it's something that I wouldn't wear. I said that no child would wear it.
we did the main plot. Okay, so the kid goes to school. He gets bullied. He can play the drums well, but everybody makes fun of him because he fell out of a chair and hit his principal in the balls. Okay.
Yes, I just want to really quickly do one other thing here. When you said, like, because you said, oh, they have really, really bad lines. They think things like Space Ace are an insult with kids these days.
Yeah.
They also at one point says, the meanest girl, the lead mean girl, goes, we need to win the battle of the bands so that we can become a popular band and blow this popcorn stand.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you here so early? Battle of the band rehearsal. Duh.
Unlike you, we don't feed out when we play
you
in
notice that
front
Norm
of people.
MacDonald did not shut up after
So
they
you're
shut
going to
that.
save the school?
Yes.
You
Don't
bet.
Phoebe out? What the
That's
fuck
nice
is
of you
Phoebe
guys.
out?
Gag? No. We're not doing it to be nice. We're doing it to get in the newspaper, get discovered, get a record deal, and blow this popcorn stand.
That's not what they call it. They don't call it that.
What?
Also, what child talks like this?
What? What the fuck does that mean?
Both a thing that children stay and definitely what the saying is, not popsicle stand. Like, not only is that never something any middle school kid would say in 2012, it is also not the same.
Yeah, it's just
literally
wrong.
not the thing anyone says.
Okay, let's talk about the dominatrix. So...
God damn it. I was trying to take a drink of water. You can't just bring up the dominatrix like that. So we've had dominatrix cop, now we have dominatrix doctor. Go ahead, Boyks.
This is the return of the dominatrix who talks to the principal at the school scene, which is apparently a fucking trope, because that also happened in doggone Christmas. What the fuck?
Yep. Yes. Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
There's always a dominatrix woman that talks to the principal at some point in these children's movies.
What the fuck? Okay, so the dominatrix is in a multi-level marketing scheme. Legal reasons. Business.
Yeah.
Which is pyramid-shaped, but not a pyramid scheme. I don't want to get sued by her lawyers. So
it's a triangle. It's not a pyramid.
Yeah, it's
pyramids
a
are three-dimensional. This is just through 2D.
Okay, we covered our bases. So she's making cosmetics in her garage, which burn your skin and damage you in ways that are unrepairable. And she's going to capture the vampire dog that she saw on a fake YouTube site, so that she can get its blood to make an anti-aging cream? Question mark?
It'll fix the problems with her cream, of which she's already sold 2 million units.
Like,
at one point she mentions.
She sold 2 million units, but that was to herself. She's in a multi-level marketing business. I can't say scheme, legal reasons, sorry. It's triangle shaped. So she has to have boxes and boxes of this shit just piled up in her house, right? And like, she's just... She's desperate.
This plot makes no sense and goes nowhere. They never, ever, ever have a payoff or consequences or even really mention the cream again. They have the very early scene
cosmetics
of,
at all, yeah.
Yeah. They have the very early scene of her mentioning that she wants to do these cosmetics, and then she's going after the vampire dog because of it. And then that's the only scene that ever mentions the cosmetics or shows them ever again. That's the first and last scene that ever mentions them. The next time that she's in a scene doing evil things, like you said, she comes in and she's talking to the principal and she goes, "You've got to make sure this school shuts down." What? Why?
Oh yeah, there's no reason. She just does it.
And then she pays him like $10,000? Like, she gives him like a big brick of money,
well,
right?
That was a stack of ones. Let's be honest.
Sure. No, it was fake money. It just doesn't exist.
Oh, really?
But like,
no, I thought she handed him like $40.
Anyways.
Close the school. $40.
She gives him that money, and she's like, "Oh, just close the school." And he's like, "Yeah, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve to make sure that the school ends. Like, the only way they can save it is through this battle of the bands, but I still have a few tricks up my sleeve about that." And she goes, "Okay, you better close it." Then they never mentioned that scheme of hers ever again either.
No.
That's the first and last scene where she says that she wants to close the school also.
Yeah, after that, they just cut straight to crystal meth class.
Oh, God, yes! Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, it doesn't matter. We get to the scene where girl love interest knows how to make crystal meth, but she doesn't want anybody else to know, because then they'll know that she's a geek and also a drug lord.
Yeah, but they make a red cherry jelly flavor instead.
Yeah.
Every single thing in this movie that they, like, anytime somebody makes something, it's like red cherry jelly. It always just ends up being that. They mix two things together. Like, I'm not joking. In this chemistry class, it just shows them, like, mix two things together, and it immediately forms into, like, red jelly. And then the teacher comes by and goes, "Good job. You did a good job making that jelly." And then walks away.
Okay.
Which, okay, I do have to give props to this one teacher, though. This is the best actor in this movie. Because this teacher, the chemistry teacher, the only other teacher they show, is the only person that was believable in any way, because he comes in and he goes, "Okay, you have your assigned lab partners. Start. No, you're with her. And those are his lines, and that is exactly what my chemistry teachers were like. He was just like, get to work, kids. And then he sits down and puts his head in a book. Like, that's yo. And I'm like, oh fuck yeah, now I'm back. I've been magically transported thanks to this man's acting back to high school when my chemistry teacher would say, open your books and get to work, and then sit down and just stare off into space because he couldn't give a fuck about us. And that was exactly the energy that I got from this.
So after crystal meth class, the Ace starts taking his dog Fang to school and locking him in a locker.
Oh god.
Because
yeah, the dog Norm MacDonald says I need to go Norm MacDonald.
Norm MacDonald.
Anyways, so he goes, "Oh boy, you're going to school every day. You have to smuggle me into school." And he goes, "Oh, I have to?" He's like, "Yes, you have to smuggle me into school. I have to get into the school." And he goes, "All right, sounds good."
Hey, kid! Oh, sorry, did I wake you?
Wait, is that
I want you to
bad?
smuggle me in and out of school today.
You want me to smuggle you in and out of school?
Is there an echo in here?
Smuggles him into the school. Why? Why did he need to smuggle him into the school? There's no answer. There's no answer to that. There's no reason. There's nothing. It's because so that they could have scenes of the dog in the school.
Zany hijinks. Yeah.
The plot of the movie is that the school needs to be saved, and they had no idea how to incorporate the dog into that, so they just say that it has to be at the school. Because reasons.
Yeah, after they bring the dog to school and lock him in the locker, Dominatrix and fucking Clay Aiken wannabe buy up all the Jell-O in this town and then make a big vat of Jell-O in the janitor boiler room of the school.
Yeah, this is
lure the vampire
way
dog
later,
there.
That's okay. None of the rest of the movie matters.
I don't think it fucking matters.
This is a long time into the movie.
Well, okay,
nothing actually happened.
There was the plane crash into the school where the vampire dog then showed up and then ate all the Jell-O in the school too. But
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
What's that sound?
Is an airplane gonna crash into the school?
Oh god, I can only hope. Good Donnie Darko this shit.
Finally, Jesus.
That's the trick up Principal Hickman's sleeve. I still have a trick to destroy this school, he says.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? This movie would be way better.
Yeah,
that's not important.
There's just scenes of the dog having like a freak out and eating all the red Jell-O.
Yeah.
That
the plane crash
everyone
was
serves
fine
in the cafeteria because, of course, every single person in this movie always has a batch of red Jell-O on them for this dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you carry it around like fucking granola bars in this universe. It's wild.
It was just a small pilot plane anyway, and the people that were inside came out and also
sound like a jet engine in it. And it was like, oh god, are they gonna crash? Is the principal saying that his plan is to crash a plane into the school? Because if they fucking Donnie Darko this and just kill all the students, this movie would be so much better. But yeah, eventually they make a big trap for the dog in the closet with all the Jell-O. The dog escapes and goes to get the Jell-O. But what's better is a janitor comes and sees this happening, grabs the dog and is like, this dog's not supposed to be in the school. And so the villains and the boy both run in at the same time and are like, no, but that's my dog. You can't take him to the pound. And they go, no, that's my dog. You can't take him to the pound. And he goes, I don't give a shit about either of you. I'm just taking him to the pound. Which, again, like, there's a couple of actors and scenes in this movie where it's like, yes, I'm magically transported away. This man, I don't think was an actor. I think that they were filming in a school and it was the janitor and he walked on set, saw a dog and was like, dogs can't be in school, picked the dog up and walked out. And when they tried to stop him, he just said that to them because he's the janitor. And they incorporated it into the movie.
Yeah, this whole time also, the science girl who's a jerk who gaslit her friend that she's trying to become friends with and hung out with all the bully kids is trying to solve the sunlight issue that vampires have, which this dog technically has but is in the sun constantly and doesn't have any problems. So she starts off by making him a cat ear pajama hoodie costume, I guess.
Yeah.
And that works, but it's like lame. So instead she solves his problems by giving him allergy medication, because vampirism...
He's just allergic to sunlight, is all that
allergic.
it is.
Yeah, that makes
so
it
she
really
makes
fucking
she herself in her high school, not even high school, this is middle school.
It's
in her
middle
middle
school,
school chemistry class, makes an allergy medication for this dog. She's that smart. But she's not smart enough to know that she shouldn't bully the shit out of this kid and then constantly pretend that she's not.
No, she sucks.
Yeah, no, she's miserable. I just want to go into like how they set up this bullying and stuff too, and you would think, okay, so he has to bring the dog to school because the dog says even at the beginning, oh, you have to take care of me, but in exchange, I'll protect you. That's the agreement as dog caretaker for vampire dog.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're like, okay, well, he's going to the kid's school, even though they set it up very stupidly. Maybe he's going to the kid's school so that he can protect him, and it'll be this thing where he becomes the cool kid or whatever because the dog protects him. But they don't do, like, they fall flat on their face even on that. In that, like, this kid goes into the cafeteria one time, for example, and she sits next to him and is chatting him up, and then the mean girls are like, oh no, we have to rescue her. He must be, like, bothering her and following her around and stalking her because he's such a lame-o and she's such a cool kid like us. So they go over there and shove the traditional drink of gravy that this movie has into his lap.
Why are so many people drinking gravy?
Everyone's drinking gravy. Anyways,
this was recorded and shot in Canada, so I need to know. Do y'all just drink
gravy? No, no one drinks gravy. I don't know.
Okay,
so maybe this is a weird Newfoundland thing. Maybe they're Newfies. The Newfies are weird. They must be doing that.
This was shot in Moose Jaw, so maybe this is a Moose Jaw thing. Yeah.
Oh, well, Moose Jaw was... Okay, so it was it's all a brown liquid that everybody drinks, but it's not pop. So I'm guessing that what it is, actually, is Moose Jaw was where Al Capone had most of his, like, bootleg Canadian whiskey makers.
Oh,
so maybe they're just all drinking Canadian bootleg whiskey. It would explain a lot of this film.
That would explain so much if everybody was just smashed at all times.
Anyways, they walk over and they spill this drink onto him to bully him. And he has to go to the bathroom and clean himself up. And so the dog then dumps Milkshake on one of the boy bullies in retaliation. Except that it's not done in retaliation. Like, it would make sense if it was done as, like, oh, you did it to that kid. Now it gets done back to you in, like, a karmic way. And the dog, like, lets that kid know that's why he's doing it. But instead what it is he has the red jelly panic, runs through the room, eats all the red jelly, and just happens to accidentally knock this kid's drink into his lap, and that's the punishment. But it's not like, it's just an accident?
It's almost like he's bullying him, but not in retaliation, just because this dog's an asshole.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with anything that happened before. This dog's just like, I'm gonna bully that kid.
Yeah, like, it would have made sense if it was done, set up as like, oh, well, you did this to him, like, look at what it's like when it's done to you, be scared. And it's done in the way that it's just an accident, so this kid just cleans himself off and is like, oh man, somebody dumped this on me, whatever. And like, there's no consequence. It just fucking sucks. I'm so mad about it. It just, like, it's such an easy formula. It's a dumb formula, right? Like, that idea of, you know, like, whether there's, like, the Bodyguard movie where the kid hires a bodyguard to come to school with him, and then they, like, do the exact same thing that happened to the kid. Like, the kid gets a swirly in one scene, and then the next scene, like, oh, the bodyguard the kid hires goes and gives a swirly to those kids. Like, that kind of shit. And that's dumb and tropey, but at least it makes sense, and it's just kind of, like, it's a trope for a reason. This is just nonsensical. It's there to happen to that kid. It happened specifically to that bully, because they did it to that kid. But the dog doesn't know about that and didn't mean to do it, so it's all just accidental. It's the fucking stupidest way to do it. I'm so mad about it. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm just...
The best way to solve bullying is to just by accident handle the situation without knowing any reason why you would want to beforehand. You solve bullying by just doing
doing an accidental bully
Yeah.
back at them.
Yeah, that's the best way. Remember, kids, bully everyone just in case.
Yeah, then you might accidentally hit the right bully, and then you're the good guy, I guess.
Yeah. So the dog gets sent to the pound because the janitor is doing his goddamn job, and bless his heart. and he breaks out of his cage at the pound and calls, home to get Ace to pick him up, which he does eventually after some shenanigans with Dominatrix and Clay Aiken wannabe.
Yeah, trying to break him out. Yeah,
and he leaves, and there was no fucking point to that scene, and it sucks.
No, because he breaks out of a cage, which they show him rip a hole through the bars.
But he can't break a flimsy fucking door.
Yes.
Come on.
He breaks through the metal cage that holds him as a dog. But then he has to go to the phone and call the kid to rescue him because, well, I don't want to break out of the rest of the pound. Like, that's the excuse. That's the reason for it. Over and over, there's so many scenes where, like, there's other scenes like that, too, where he's like, oh, I need your help. After he did, like, this fantastical, like, huge strength thing and is shown all these vampire powers. And it's like, but I need you to open the locker door for me. And it's like, he rips through solid metal scene before that. What the fuck? Why does he need this child? It's never set up or paid off in any way. None of it is.
It's really lame. It's so fucking lame.
They break the dog out in front of Dominatrix doctor.
Yeah,
and
she's the doctor now.
Yes. Yeah. And her henchman, the worst person in this movie, Ronald Pederson, may he be fucked forever. And as they go to capture the dog, she breaks in and she goes, aha, none of your vampire tricks will work on me. Oh no!
Your vampire tricks
worked on me.
They're working on me.
It's actually kind of great because she goes, none of your vampire tricks will work on me. And he goes, okay, and immediately hypnotizes them. And then they walk out. Like, this is what I mean about he didn't need the kid to rescue him, because they try and break in and steal him, and he just immediately fucking hypnotizes them and clowns on them because he can just do that. So he needed no help whatsoever, but the kid comes and picks him up, and then they have to race to the Battle of the Bands to save the school.
Yes, I want to be done with this fucking movie. So they go to the Battle of the Bands. Ace got, I guess he got grounded for being bullied. I don't know. There's a message somewhere here.
Grounded because, God, why did he get grounded?
I don't know. That doesn't matter.
For being a good kid, he does nothing wrong. There's no reason to it. He gets grounded for some reason, and so he's not allowed to go to the Battle of the Bands, even though it'll save the school and my job. You can't come.
That's literally the dialogue. Yes.
Yes.
So they go to the Battle of the Bands. There's a jazz band which doesn't play jazz. Yeah. There's the only good joke in the whole fucking movie, which is a single kid on a recorder showing up for his school to play music, and it's just like,
fuck yeah, you're the best! Woo!
Yeah, and there's a guy like cheering like it's a sporting event, and like, holy shit, this is great!
Fucking play it again! Do Freebird!
Yeah, it's the only good joke in the whole movie.
Yeah, one guy just loses his shit over this kid on a recorder, and the joke was great before that. It's amazing. It's a great joke. It's actually good. It's the one thing. Wait, why are these children walking slowly into him, making him fall over?
I don't know. Yeah! That one guy who's his dad. Yeah!
This film's all worth it all of a sudden.
This one joke. This one joke.
This one joke.
They finally did it. The bullies also have a band, which is like a shitty rock band. And their drummer is the nephew of the principal who's trying to shut down the school, who is in on the plan to fake that he's drumming with a drum beat machine that is neither plugged into anything nor powered on.
Yeah, I love it. He goes on stage and he goes, "Sorry, we have to admit that Bela Lugosi." Do you get it? Do you get the reference? Do you get it? Bela Lugosi High School has actually been cheating. I'm sorry. As the principal, I have to admit this. Walks on stage, picks up the turned off unplugged drum program, and goes, "This is what's been playing the music." And I just wanted somebody from the crowd, like the same guy that was cheering from earlier, go, "It's not plugged in."
Yo,
that's not on.
So of course our kid shows up and you're like, "I can drum, but you're or not. Well, you are bullied, but you're grounded, kid. You can't play." No, they don't even say he's grounded. It's like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, get up on stage, kid. Let's play."
Yep.
You can drum.
No, well, and also these are the kids that have bullied the shit out of him the whole movie.
Why would he care?
And they're just like, "Yeah, okay, come play drums for us." And then he plays drums really well, which is not how drums work because you need to know the song. But
yeah, he just starts playing a beat.
He just drums. Yeah.
Like, whatever. And if
he's just the perfect drummer. He just knows the drums. You just drum. It's easy. Any idiot can drum. You should know that, boy. You just get some fucking moron to drum, and then that's good. But he drums real well, and then the girls that are super mean to him are like, "Wow, he's actually a good drummer. Now we like him."
So their arc in bullying is, we're going to bully this kid because he fell on his stool while playing drums. So we're going to bully him relentlessly, call him a piece of shit, spend every moment we can being an asshole to him, spill shit on him. But now that we know he can play drums well, we're going to pick someone else to bully. That's their arc. They don't grow. They don't be like, bullying was wrong and we shouldn't have done that and you're actually cool. So now we're going to tell, looking at the camera directly, kids not to bully. No, they're just going to bully someone else. That's not an arc.
The anti-bullying message of this is, you'll be bullied until you show the cool thing that makes you worth not bullying. So if you're being bullied, it's only because you're worthless and don't actually have a talent with which other people connect and like you for.
Right? Like that's the message, yes.
That's the message. The message is, once this boy proved his worth and showed that he was actually good at a thing, then he wasn't worth bullying. So the kids that are bullied are only those people that have no worth. Like that's the message. That's what it is. It's like, he showed that he has worth to us, thus he is no longer worth bullying. If you're otherwise, just bully him. It's so fucking stupid. It sucks. So then suddenly he's, I don't know, popular kid or whatever.
Who fucking cares?
And then the two people get arrested.
Yeah, because Ronald, the actor, not the character in the movie.
He doesn't play a character in the movie. This is just who he is.
Him and Dominatrix get arrested by Paul Blart, who shows up and is like, "Hey, we're looking for these two creepy people that are being creepy." "Oh, yeah, that's not me." And then he's like, "Oh, yeah, that's us."
Yeah, she goes, "No, that's not us." And he goes, No, it is us. We're the weirdos. And I was like, yes,
arrest us, Paul Blart. Is that Paul Blart?
I just want this nightmare to be over.
Me too.
We're the weirdos.
Got him.
You traitor.
Shut up, you fake. You're not even a real doctor.
How dare you?
Officer, I surrender.
I'm a mall cop.
No!
He's definitely a mall cop.
Let's go.
There's been some mistake.
I love that he has a lieutenant badge, which
we're parked illegally.
I don't.
Okay.
Arrest me, Paul Blart.
And then
Ronald Pederson.
And then they handcuffed him with like the fuzzy handcuffs.
Yeah.
And took him away, and it's very gross.
But that's the whole villain's plot too. Like their arc is they show up for a thing to get collagen stuff from the dog to make their cream better, which has no sense. There's no reason for that. It's not like they got like a sample of the dog at one point and it fixed the problem of do you know what I mean? Like they could have done a thing where it's like, they met the vampire dog at one point in their life and she had like some of its blood splash on her and it like healed the thing. So now she knows, it's got healing properties. There's nothing like that. Like it's nothing like that. So they show up for that one scene where it's going to be the magical cure to her thing. And then she says, oh, actually, I want the school closed, but there's no reason for that. And they never bring it up again. And then they show up and lure the dog in with jelly. And then they try and catch him at the pound. And then they get arrested. And there's nothing.
I know, I'm trying to figure out, did they even do a crime?
No.
They bought the Jell-O. They spent money on that Jell-O. They didn't steal it. They didn't steal anything, actually. Nope. They didn't really break and enter. They just opened the door. There was the time, I guess, they lockpicked the screen door.
Yeah, they lockpicked the screen door at the pound.
But nobody
vampire
knew?
Dog was too weak to go through. At the pound, but even then, I can tell you, that's not breaking and entering. If you break into a place, but don't have an intent to commit a crime inside of it, it's not breaking and entering. The actual, well, I mean, this is at least Canadian law. The actual law is breaking and entering with intent. Other than that, it's just trespass. So, they did, the most minor crime.
Their
they get a
crime
fine.
is trespassing.
Yeah,
they're going to get, $100 fine and told to go home.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I mean, I guess they broke in with the intent to steal the dog, so I don't know. I guess that's a crime.
But the dog's not property of the school.
I don't know. Well, for the pound.
Or the pound, I guess. Yeah, the dog already broke out. It doesn't matter.
It is, yeah. There's basically nothing they do.
God, this movie has such low fucking stakes. Nothing matters and nobody cares.
There's no explanation of why this Battle of the Bands, or, no reasonable explanation as to why this Battle of the Bands would save this school. And, the school, okay, we need to get into that for a second. Because they go, oh, we're going to have this school closed down. Why? They never mention why. And this school is made of marble. This school looks like it's a fucking Ivy League university.
Yeah, this is the whitest suburbia school you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's full of, marble staircases and, oak banisters and shit. It's wild how fancy this school is. And at the same time, they're like, oh, we're gonna have to close it. And it's like, why the fuck is this rich-ass school getting closed? There's no universe in which this school's being closed. If you're gonna show that this school is being closed for lack of funds or something, which is the only reasonable assumption I can make, shouldn't it be a poor school and you show the kids have to, shouldn't the music teacher, the way to fix this film is you cut out the vampire dog, you cut out the villains, and then you just leave it the story of bullying and Battle of the Bands, and you make it so there's a bunch of scenes of, oh, the school's really poor, they have bad instruments, maybe they have to go out and do a bake sale to get the better instruments to try and make the band work. Do you know what I mean? They could have all this setup and raise the stakes for that stuff. But they just don't do any of it.
Are you saying they should have made it a movie?
Yes.
Is that what you're getting at?
They should have made this movie with a plot that made sense, that went forward, and had arcs and characters and stakes for the plot. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what else needs stakes? Vampires. Because that's how you kill them.
No, they don't, because they have to just eat red gelatin. They just eat red gelatin, that's all that matters.
Well, it's not even the red gelatin. The Jell-O doesn't matter, it's just gelatin in general. You see, vampires actually have an aversion not to blood, but to gelatin. That's what
I'm so mad about the explanation as to why the dog needs Jell-O.
That's why they eat horse hooves and antlers, because it has gelatin in it, and that causes them not to die. They don't need blood at all. Blood's gross.
You're a vampire. Don't you drink blood?
Gross. Don't even say that word. Yuck. I hate blood. Blood. You know, the red stuff.
Well, before jelly was invented, what did you eat?
You know, deer antlers, horse hooves.
Of course.
What?
Gelatin.
What?
What?
Gelatin is a processed form of collagen.
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
That's not...
Jelly contains gelatin.
They thought that was funny.
The natural form of gelatin in animals is collagen. So Fang needs collagen in the same way that a vampire needs hemoglobin. Instead of blood, Fang needs collagen.
Wow, you're really smart.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
The movie is trying to talk about how smart it is they have him eat red jelly instead of blood.
Hey, that's
no, it's not smart movie.
You know,
I know, but they're trying to pretend that. No, see, because dogs are like, they have like different blood than humans, and so they would need collagen, not hemoglobin. So that's why it wouldn't drink blood, it would drink jello. Fuck this movie. Dude,
Anyway.
fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. Like, the vampirism thing is blood. It's specifically blood. It's not like vampire bats. What do? Drink fucking collagen? No, they drink fucking blood, movie. Shut the fuck up. You're not clever. It's so mad because, like, it's so smarmy about it, and, like, it's almost looking at the camera like, look at what we did. We're
Look
very
how smart
smart
I
writing
am.
it this way. Oh,
Pushes
God.
glasses up.
Yes. Like, it feels
Oh,
like the
man.
writer being very smarmy about it, just like, look at what I knew to do. This is very smart and intelligent, right? And it's like, no, it's fucking stupid. Vampires don't exist, so adding these real world weird extra levels to it to have your dog not drink blood is fucking dumb.
There are no less than 3 people in this movie that need a swirly, and one of them is definitely the writer.
Yes. As characters in this movie that need a swirly, the writer is near the
only
top.
thing this movie has made me want to do is bully someone.
Yeah, as an anti-bullying movie, it has failed
God damn it.
astronomically. Because we spent the whole first half of this, we spent the full first half of our podcast bullying Ronald Pederson because we hated him so much. And this movie taught us that he didn't give us any worth, so he's worth bullying. We took this movie gave us a lesson, and we took it to heart, boys. And it's that bullying people that don't have worth is good. Ronald Pederson had no worth, so we bullied him. This movie incepted bullying into us. Holy shit.
I've never seen an after.
Let's talk about the dog. Is the dog good? The dog's good, right? We like the dog.
Okay,
Dog's
yeah,
a little Jack Russell Terrier.
Let's talk about Fang.
Yeah. Fang, the dog.
Fang is very much a wishbone dog, and I love it. Anytime it is not fucking talking because Norm MacDonald needs to shut the fuck up.
Yes.
I would rate this dog a exorcism of Norm MacDonald's soul.
Oh, fuck, I was gonna say that. You took my line. I was gonna say, you need to exorcise Norm MacDonald's demon from this poor dog. This dog is actually, like, they got a really good dog, though, for just a moment. This is a Jack Russell Terrier. It's black and white. Like, some of them are brown and white. This is a black and white Jack Russell. It's, like you said, it looks very much like a Wishbone-style dog, or like the dog off of Frasier, which is beloved for very good reasons. It does a lot of really nice little cute tricks of, like, putting the paws over its eyes and like laying down and snoring when they want it to and stuff. Like, it does like sleeping for the movie on command and things like that. Like, there's a lot of little tricks that this dog does that they ruin by having it like CGI blink and smile and talk when Norm MacDonald is in it. Rip that man's soul out of this poor defenseless dog, please. Get a cross and a priest and fucking exorcise Norm MacDonald.
Get rid of that horrible monster inside that dog.
It's weird. It's wild to me that Norm MacDonald is like the 4th least likable person in this movie.
How do you do that?
There are so many people that I hate more than Norm MacDonald in this movie, and that is not what I expected going into this. Because the whole idea of us doing this was, is Norm MacDonald gonna Chevy Chase worse than Chevy Chase? And no. Norm MacDonald is just bland and boring. He doesn't do anything weird or gross or creepy like you would kind of expect from Norm MacDonald or Chevy Chase. He just talks about jelly all the time, and that's it. And there's nothing.
Well, that was our roast of Ronald.
This is the roast of Ronald Pederson. And
thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out Rough Cuts. We had 5,000 downloads, which is pretty sick, actually. Pretty excited about that.
It's pretty good. We got a message from Podbean about how awesome our podcast is for hitting 5,000 downloads. Woohoo!
I didn't know we got a message. That's great.
We got a congratulations on 5,000 downloads and a little badge. We can. Wow. Oh wow! Well, there is actually a ping. I didn't actually open up the email. I just opened it up now. There's a PNG image of. We got 5,000 downloads. Our podcast is cooler than a waterfall.
That's like when I made a Cooler Than a Waterfall award. Holy shit, let's put that on our web zone and hope some people sign our fucking guest book.
Yeah. Sign our WebZone's guest book, please.
Yeah.
We'll have the 5,000 downloads on there. Thanks for watching, though, and listening. Do not watch these movies. Don't watch them.
Don't watch
Oh,
the
God,
movies.
please don't watch these movies.
Do not
Except for the good
jettison
movies.
our gift to you.
Yeah.
Maybe watch Super Mario Brothers. That movie's good.
Watch Super Mario Brothers and watch Yatterman.
Yeah.
Don't watch anything else. That's the end of the podcast. I'm done. I can't stand it anymore.
No, I can't. I can't
this is the most
stand one
boring
more
fucking-
second of Vampire Dog in my head.
No, this one was rough to get through, friend.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Pull out the slide whistle.
Oh, fuck.